Good day, students. Welcome to the last class that deals with the portfolio. Most importantly, you must submit only the blog link. This is how your exam should look. Of course, you'll have a cover page. And then on the second page, you should have your blog link. And this link should work. There should only be the blog link in your assignment, nothing more. No other links, no Facebook link, but the blog link. Remember, everything that we create when we've accessed it from the blog. So everything must be embedded on the blog. The social media handles, the YouTube handles, all those handles should be within your blog. Now, what will happen once we mark? We'll just click on this link and then be taken to your blog to mark all the content. Now, important, we stated clearly, you submit only the blog link. So very much important, you submit only the blog link. So we are going to use this blog, this link. We click on this link, it must be active. You see, it's in blue to symbolize that it's active. Then we click on it. Once we click on it, we'll be taken to the site. So it must be of a different color. It should be highlighted once you press enter. We recommend that you go to the browser, you copy the link and paste it. Do not type it out. Copy and paste your link onto your assignment, onto your PDF assignment. This is the assignment. This is the cover page. You can put a declaration, it's fine. You can put an AI declaration, but most importantly, you don't put anything else except the blog link. Now we are going to move to the actual blog site that the student has created so that you can see what is expected. So I just clicked here. By clicking here, if the blog link works, you get 2 marks for putting up a correct blog link. Now we go to the blog. Now, when you get to the blog, we see there on top, it depends on the site that you're using, the blog site that you're using. But what is visible here, you have your YouTube handle, you have your Facebook handle, your Instagram handle, and the X handle. So I'm just going to be going for number 2 now. I will click on the YouTube handle in order to be able to access the detailed press release, the interviews with the various sponsors and donors. So I'm clicking. This is what should happen in an ideal case if your assignment is in proper order. I'm clicking on the YouTube. It should take us to the site. It might be a network connection issue, but the idea is that it must take us to your YouTube. Still giving me the same problem, but you saw what is expected to happen technically. Let's go to the Facebook. Let's see. We'll go back to the YouTube. The Facebook takes us to the Facebook page. Now we must revert and be able to check out the other social media handles. We go into Instagram. We are taken through Instagram. We can see once the content is there, you will get the 15 marks for each of these items, for each of these pages or each of these sites. For merely depositing work or content, you will get an automatic 15 marks, which will help you because it will be 15 times 3, giving you 45 marks, and then it's easier for you to pass the portfolio. I'm going out back to the blog. I click on X. Let's go to X. We get into X, I give you 15 marks. So it's as simple as that. The sites must work, the connections must work, the links must work. We're going back for YouTube. Let's check the YouTube channel. I think it's opening now. As you can see, it took us to the interviews. This is an ad. Going back. Okay, you see the YouTube, everything works here. This student has gotten already 2 marks for the working blog link, 4 marks for the digital press release, and of course 45 marks from the social media sites. The mere fact that the sites have content, then the student will acquire a total of 45 marks. Now moving on, as you can see, most of the content was created from assessment 1. That is why we say it's a continuation. So if you go to the about section, you can see the vision, you can see the founding mission and vision, which means this for the purpose of this assessment, you continue from the same block you used in assessment 1 by adding more content to it. So let's go back. This is the digital press release that was required for assessment 1. Let's go now. Let's go back and see what else can we find. Everything is clear. The address is there. Now we are looking for exam content. These are the stories that we are supposed to write for assessment 1. The letter is attached onto the blog, the mission and vision for assessment 1. Now we need to go and locate the content for the examination portfolio. Yes, now we start. We see the HIV, sorry, just going up a bit. We need to locate the schedule of 4 annual events. We can start here. It needs to be coherent. Your blog needs to be coherent and well structured so that it's easy for us to find the content. But here's the HIV/AIDS policy that the student has created for their NPO. Now we move to the online reputation management strategy. This is what the student has created. Look at how it's presented. The integrated brand marketing plan is also there. Look at how it's presented. We need to find the schedule of 4 annual events. Go to programs. We are looking for the content, that content, yes, and we find the schedule of the 4 annual events. Everything is stated clearly. The month, the date, it's June, the name of the event, the time and venue, and some description of that particular event. And then for this, you'll get a total of 8 marks, 2 marks for each event discussed. Very important with the HIV/AIDS policy, it's 10 marks. With the online reputation management strategy, that's 15 marks. And then the integrated brand marketing plan, that's for 6 marks. And then based on how well structured your blog is or how coherent it is in terms of structure and conventions, we have 10 marks for technical presentation. And in this instance, just looking at the blog that I'm using as an example, this blog can easily get a 10 out of 10, or even an 8 out of 10. So it is important that you put the content that we require for the exam, that you do not put content that is not required in the module. Yes, I understand your content person might say they want to retain this particular blog even when you are done with this particular module. You can add that content after the examination. At this stage, the most important thing is your studies, it's your pass in this particular module. So your progression is important in this module. Just ensure that you ensure that all the content is here that is required for the examination. I just gave you some insights into what is expected with regard to the examination. The deadline is tomorrow. Please submit in time. Thank you very much for being available for this last class. Please view this and see what is expected with your work that you're submitting tomorrow. Thank you very much and good luck. Bye-bye.